I think I really get off here at OU on teaching, and there's a thing about college students, and in a place like this, in a department like this, that keeps you alive, keeps you positive. You know, there's a lot of crap out there in the world, and I know sometimes it's bad to kind of shut down this way, but I love our little world here. Props basically runs the gamut of stuff, from weapons to building furniture to sewing pillows and curtains to collecting things. They're always going to be better at some things than others, but we want to give them a portfolio, give them the opportunity. And in college, this is the deal. I mean, we have projects, you know, that we build an awful lot more furniture and more stuff than you would even in a normal regional theater or Broadway, because they need portfolio work. You know, they built swords since, like, I don't know, back to the Greeks and before the Greeks. So I mean, there are so many different styles and techniques and stuff like that that they use. I feel like it's the ultimate prop. It is a thing that looks like the actual period thing, but is modified specifically to be used on stage. It's an illusion of violence. It's almost closer to a dance than it is to real fighting. But there's acting involved in it that makes it much more dangerous. When the guys are, the points are in front of their face and they're like, whoop. You know, good stage combat is a play within a play that's scary and frightening and has, you know, gets you worked up. The stage combat sword, though, has different things going for it that are different from a real one. First off, obviously things aren't sharp. You're going to have blunted tips, blunted edges. On stage, you rarely are close enough to see that it's not sharp. Number two, sometimes we play around with, I want the stuff, it has to look like the real thing. That's my baby. And I'm going to get pictures of them, and that's where I'm going to start. Because you have to have a basis in what the real thing looks like if you want it to look like the real thing. And we also, I tend to build hilts that are a little bit more robust than the actual Renaissance swords, mainly because the bad guy is going to get stabbed every night and he's going to drop his sword. No props guy wants to be repairing a sword on a nightly basis. So, you know, some of the stuff the bars get a little bit larger here and there, especially the ones that are going to be hitting the ground, although we're sticking to the spirit of the design. So I think theater is really super special in that it really takes all these people with talent and interest and responsibility that mesh together to create a show. That being here and being a part of this community, we're all pulling for the same thing, we're trying to achieve the same thing. And I think that passing that on is so important, because I think that when I was learning this stuff, it wasn't, maybe because OU is smaller, I'm not sure we have so much competition in this school as we do. This is your posse, and when you graduate, you're going out with this group of people into the world, and you know that somebody coming from OU has got, OU Props is going to have this level of training, and they're going to be able to think this way, and you're going to get this level of professionality that's been trained here. And then I feel like a proud papa when I'm going like, ooh.